welcome. It's another episode of Rime of the Frostmaiden. I am so happy to be here. Currently, where I am, it is very, very hot, so I am ready to escape to an icy, frosty world. But for those of you who don't know, welcome. This is the Venture Maidens channel. We are playing through the official Wizards of the Coast module, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, which I had the pleasure of being one of the authors on. This is episode 12 of what was originally going to be a 12-part series. Alas, we're still going. We got more to do. So right now this is a little interlude, and we will be joined again by our other players shortly. But right now it's just these awesome folks storming Arl's castle. So it's good. It's a good time.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
I mean, I'm having a good time. So, you're giving out rollies to the natives, like, fighting some ghost busting. Like, this
Team
is a good
Walrus.
time.
Good stuff.
Team Walrus, yeah.
Meeting cool walrus.
All the animals, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, chat. Some people are saying, "Happy birthday, Joe! This is a Joe birthday stream."
Yeah.
So Joe, the mastermind behind all of these awesome RPG dice giveaways, happy birthday. I promise to not. Nope, I
can
can't
take
promise.
it.
I can't
More
promise that I'm
exhaustion.
not going to kill your character.
Oh no, he gets birthday inspiration, like the one and only.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe.
Maybe.
But anyway, enough messing around. I guess I should say this is a horror campaign. There are dark themes, particularly in this episode. Content warnings for tonight: children in peril, cannibalism, animal cruelty, and then of course general body horror, which you can always expect in a Frozen North campaign. So if any of those things are triggers for you, this probably isn't the episode to watch. But with that, let's do some introductions. Hey everybody, my name is Celeste Conowitch, and tonight I will be your dungeon master.
I'm Joe. I'll be playing Gob Herkenstone, your North fighter.
I'm Sage, and tonight I'll be playing Inga Selenin, your Furbolg Centaur combo druid.
And last but not least, I'm Vincent, playing Veronica Carnell from my absolutely new location here in Austin, Texas.
Woo! Oh man, speaking of hot.
Right. I was like, you're like, it's hot. I'm like, don't speak to me.
Don't even leave. But your lighting is great. It makes your wig look kind of purple. Is that?
Oh no, it's purple today.
It's purple.
Come on.
Oh my god.
man.
I'm in Veronica's signature
I'm
colors.
sorry, do you have a
like,
red and a purple?
Duh.
Okay, yeah. Duh, I should have known. I should have
Don't be
known.
weird. Like.
So we did casually mention, but tonight we are going to be running a dice giveaway that I wanted to tell you all folks the rules for. We're going to be giving away this beautiful set of red and black dice, which I will show. Look at them. This beautiful red opaque set, inked in black with some sparkles going on in there. So you have to stick around through the episode to enter to win these. About halfway through, we're going to open up the giveaway. You have to type the word into chat, and then you have to stick around to the very end to claim. So make sure to watch this super spicy episode, if not for the good content, then for these good dice. So we'll be opening that up about halfway through. Yes, that's the business. That's everything. So why don't you all tell me? What happened last time on Rime of the Frostmaiden?
Whew. Well.
Whew.
So
Yes.
Right. So we made it into Oral's fortress, and we were just checking under doors. And of course, Veronica was like, "Oh, I'll check under this one because they're all giant sized." And there was a frost giant that was just kind of hanging out, like, "Yeah, okay, I'm here. That's fine, whatever." Yeah, like very old frost giant. So of course we're like, we should go talk to him. And Veronica's like, "No, it's not a thing we should do." So we did, and he was just like, "Oh, thank you for coming. Please kill me." We're like, all right.
Time for battle.
Oh,
Time
Lord.
for battle. Yeah, it went as well as you would hope against a giant. Veronica fell to the floor. Gob was thrown into the wall. Inga was the MVP of the fight. It's fine. Like,
Truly.
I mean, to be fair, she did the diplomatic negotiations of getting us to that point. So, she was ready. It was like, yeah, we're gonna send this just old ancient man back to Valhalla the way he deserves.
so that happened. We had
Sorry.
we had our fun little healing circle.
That's right.
We wandered around a little bit, found a treasure trove of gold in the closet behind said giant. We're like, okay, we'll take some, whatever.
The alchemy jug, right?
Yeah,
The alchemy
you have
jug,
an
yeah,
alchemy
that's
jug.
filled with that only produces mayonnaise.
No, it produces
The knob was
everything.
stuck,
If you
right?
guys want to make it if you want to limit yourselves in that way, I'm here to just say yes. So
Ultimate power food.
Oh god, not the mayonnaise. We ended up going downstairs to find an ice rink and a very large walrus that
Mhm.
was basically pretending to be Tony Hawk, rinking around the area.
she was
Sliding
having a
around.
great time. A
Right.
super great time.
Totally, it was like, Valley Girl, I'm the guard of this area. And we're like,
Super stoked about
Okay.
it. But
sure you are, dear. That's fine.
That's
There-
nice.
there
She was
were
like,
5 chambers, I think, right?
I think there were four.
Four?
Four chamber trials.
There were
star-shaped or
5,
something.
and
Oh,
one was a tomb apparently of some dead
Alright.
giant. Is what you learned from the walrus. And then the 4 had all these like weird doors and were some kind of test chamber.
Each one had like a word above it, and one of them had a partial scratch out, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Irvation.
Irvation.
Manhattan scratched it.
Irvation. Mhm.
There is cruelty, endurance, Irvation, and
Isolation.
isolation.
Yeah. So we decided that we're like, cool, these are the trials that we have to do. And the walrus was like, yeah, totally. People come and do them. Some of them die. It's just not my thing. It's great. So we decided to start with the endurance trial, which blorped us to some random tribe that was like, there's a storm coming, so we need to go.
600 miles.
Right. So, we went and walked 500 miles and then we walked 500 more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gob fell down. We fell
He
down.
was not
it was
the
great.
man.
No, he was not. No. He fell down out the door and that was it. It was fine.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
It's a tough time.
Yeah, but we ended up getting to the destination and the people were like, oh, thanks for walking with us. And then blurp back to Oral's Fortress with all of us being kind of exhausted.
Oh, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. Well, and then there's that. And then we're like, well, all right, cool. That was a fun time. So let's head on over to Cruelty, which we did. And again, we were blorped into somewhere within Icewind Dale, and there were people tied up on stakes in the snow.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
they're
we're like,
Hmm.
definitely getting eaten.
oh no.
Hmm.
And then it was a fade to black moment, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and that was the end. Good
Yep.
job. Good job, everybody. So that is exactly where we are picking up. So last time you had cleared one of these weird test chambers that you had found in the basement of Grimskala, which is this Arl's fortress that apparently she's borrowed or taken over from some frost giants. You're still a little bit unclear on that exact history there. But anyway, you had cleared this first chamber, the test of endurance, and immediately headed into this other chamber called the test of cruelty. And just like last time, as you had passed through this doorway, you had been transported somewhere else, and you were no longer in this contained dungeon. You were outside once again on the tundra, and now the wind is howling and blowing around you as you are in the throes of a full-on blizzard, probably one of the worst you've ever seen. So you can barely make out this camp that is in front of you that looks very much like this last camp you were in, so a reggae nomad camp. So you can see, you know, the tents that haven't been like torn up by the harsh winds or buried in the snow are still flapping, staked into the ground here. And you do see the lights of some sputtering torches by what looks like the largest of these tents. And there are a group of people that are circled around these 4 stakes that have been driven into the ground. And you can see that 4 individuals are tied to these stakes. Right now, you're probably about like 60 feet away or so from this camp. And I mean, your visibility is almost 0. So you can just kind of make out that. But until you get closer, you're not sure exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trudge through the snow forward.
Yeah.
Cobb's in really rough shape, so I think he'd maybe, you know, tug on Inga's clothing. Can I have a upsie?
Oh,
Please.
oh, sweet baby.
It's so cool.
Definitely. So we'll pick Gob up and put her on her centaur back, and she'll also. Are you still like super injured too?
Less than half, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, she'll go ahead and she'll throw you a cure wounds.
Injured, and you have like 4 levels of exhaustion, right?
Ooh,
do.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
so get back 8.
Cool. Feeling a little bit better.
Mhm.
So yeah, so you all kind of trudge your way in towards this camp. And yeah, you see this group of people. It definitely is tribes members that are there, but as you're looking at them, these people, and again, it's hard to tell specific characteristics because everybody is dressed in such, you know, thick coats and in winter gear. But everyone here seems smaller, like maybe this is children and women and the elderly. You don't see people with weapons or like of large warrior statures, and they're all clustered around sort of afraid, if you had to guess, around these 4 people who are kind of limply hanging from these stakes. And there's one very, very large individual who's kind of striding back and forth between like the open tent flap and all of them, and seems to be addressing the crowd.
Can we hear? Is he saying something? Can we hear what he's saying at this point?
If
now
you
that we've
want to
moved
get
closer?
closer over the howling of the wind, if you do approach closer, everybody will definitely see you, though. I will say.
I will cast invisibility on myself. And because I have to do it at level 4, probably is Belliand with us?
She is.
I will look at her and be like, oh no, you're coming with me. I need backup. And I will cast it on her as well.
So you just have time to see her sigh before your spell takes effect.
The plume of hot breath coming out. She lets out this long sigh.
She goes.
Like it's literally just like I cast it on myself, and then Valiant's just saying there, oh, and I'm casting on her too, and she's just like swift backhand to the back of her head as she's invisible.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So
you're
rude.
coming with me too. Let's go. You see like the feet going through the snow.
Ingo will hang back with Gob and ask Veronica, do you have a mirror or something to make signal with? Should we need to come rescue you?
No, but I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. So
She
you
will.
creep up.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think you even need to make stealth checks. It's so loud, and everybody is hyper focused on what is going on in the center here. So do you want to get kind of like just behind that first ring of people so you can hear what's going on?
Yep.
Okay. So you do. You creep up and you assume Valiant is somewhere around. And as you get closer, you can make out that this large, gruff, masculine voice is coming from this big person who's like striding back and forth between these columns, and he's sort of saying, we're out of time. We're out of options. There's nothing to be done, so you're all just gonna have to live with this. all the dogs are gone, and this is... I mean, I'm starving. Aren't you starving? And he kind of like smacks somebody who's like kind of standing at the edge of this circle, and they like shy away from him. Everybody seems very intimidated by this person.
Okay, people are starving. The people that are on the stakes, can I like make out gender, size? Are they like men? Are they women?
Yeah, from this distance, looking at them, it looks like 2 men, 2 women. They're all quite old, so it looks like these might be elders.
Ooh, a realization of horror like streaks across Veronica's face, even though no one can see it. But she's just like, "Oh, I don't like what's. I don't think I." And she will like immediately like turn around and start like moseying her way back to everyone else.
Yeah, and you do note as you're passing by the tents and stuff, there are plenty of like dog sleds around here, but no dogs, no animals in sight.
Oh, she starts moving way faster, like, oh, I know what happened here.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta go.
Yeah, so you can make it back to the group. So yeah, you can run to where Inga and Gob are waiting.
Literally, as I get up there, it's just like completely like the invisibility disappears, and I'm just standing there like, oh god, they ate them. Oh god, they're gonna eat them. There's, she's just like a gibbering like mess.
Did you leave Velian back there with no invisibility?
No, she. You hear a "I'm fine" from beside you.
Close one.
Damn it.
Her invisibility is still up. She didn't drop it.
Thank God. Yeah, no, that if I'm thinking how this is going, it's not good. Like there's a lot of eating of things that shouldn't be eaten.
It's not good.
It's not good. Not at all.
Oh man.
But we walked through a door that said cruelty. I think we have to be cruel in order to leave. I don't know that it necessarily philosophically counts on a larger level if we're not being cruel to actual things, It's illusion?
Oh.
I mean,
Man.
we're all real exhausted. That feels real to me from the last one. So
I eat a lot of stuff, but I don't know about eating people. Oh man.
Oh dear.
Hungry.
Oh no.
Could
Starts
go
like
either way.
right. Gob starts gnawing on the back of Inga, like, ooh, venison.
Actually, it would be
Forgive
like
me,
caribou leg.
Oh god.
And
Moose tracks.
Villian's voice chimes in here, and she says, "We are being tested. I will remind you all. So are we going to do something, or are we just going to stand here in the snow?"
Well,
Precisely point.
I don't like it, but I guess it needs to be done. This is going to be on my conscience for a long time. Whew.
Maybe we just gotta be cruel to whoever. Maybe we don't have to eat people, but maybe we just gotta wail on some people or something.
It seems we either put these old, sad people out of misery, or we let them eat others.
Well, let's go over say hi, I guess, right?
I mean, in this aspect, what is more cruel? Stopping the people from getting eaten and everyone else starves to death, or killing the people so that they can be eaten to save everyone else?
Not on my conscience.
Right? I was like, oh God, I need to go and lie down.
So you want to make your way over there and be very clear about your presence?
Yeah. Veronica will cast Armor of Agathis on herself as we're walking over. You just see the ice and snow kind of stop and just kind of gently caress all over her body. She's like, not this time.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, so you walk up, and very shortly, some people in the crowd notice you just walking out of the blizzard, and they start, talking amongst themselves and looking, and this man, who's in charge of this situation, yells to you, "Ah! Who are all of you just walking out of the snow like that? You walkers?"
Hail.
Definitely not.
Not of the undead variety. No, we are regular people.
Well, this is sort of odd. We haven't seen anyone in quite some time. We've been waiting for our hunters to come back. No one's made it back. What? Welcome to my camp, such as it is. And he kind of squints at you all, and it's hard to see because his face is, pretty much wrapped here, and he kind of gasps, and then everybody else in the circle, turns towards you and also looks at you with these wide eyes, and he says, You're emissaries of the Frostmaiden. Oh. She's come to us in this hour. That's, well, then, emissaries, I shall allow you to do the honors here. And he kind of tosses a knife that lands in the snow.
Out of curiosity, how you identify us as emissaries?
And he sort of looks at you dumbfounded, and then looks again and sort of waves a hand at your head. And all of you now looking at each other, you can see right before you had disappeared last time, this kind of magic, almost snowflake light had appeared before you all at the very end of the test. And you can see now the snow around you sort of forms this these patterns. So you have these snowflake marks floating above each of your heads.
Okay.
Oh.
It's cute.
Oh, yeah.
Accessories,
That's
it's
new.
fine. Yeah.
Well, come on, we're starving and they need to die. So their lives are yours, emissary, for the Frostmaiden.
Are you just hungry, or did they do crime?
No, we ate everything in camp. Our hunters have been gone for weeks. No chances of them coming back. And this blizzard just keeps going on and on. So, we took the oldest. They're not doing anything.
Inga's gonna motion up with her, hold up her hand as in toss me the knife.
Yeah, he threw it on the ground at your feet.
Yeah, she'll pick it up.
Yeah, and everybody around you, these people are not okay with what is happening here, but it seems like this man in front of you, he is such a force of personality, maybe their leader, that everybody is sort of afraid to say anything. So as they part ways for you, your path is open, and you can see these four people now that you've picked up this knife and are walking at them, struggling against their bonds, trying to feebly kick at their restraints to get away from you.
On a spot in front of these four people on the ground, she's gonna cast create bonfire, and then just completely straight face just dig this knife into one of them, into their bicep, and carve off a piece of flesh, and then hold it over the fire until it's cooked enough.
Oh shit, so you didn't even kill them? You're just, so they're screaming as you cut them, and starting to roast meat, and you hear people in the crowd start retching and looking away from you, in horror.
When did we start watching Saw?
Oh.
Oh.
And then she'll go, and then she'll slit their throat. And then toss the knife at back at the man.
Yeah, and he sort of nods, impressed. 3 of you, 3 more lives. Picks up the knife.
Gaba's sick on the side of Inga.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's having a bad time. I couldn't get out of your car fast enough. And,
Oh no! Roll down the window.
I don't know if I got it in me.
Yeah. And he looks at you and he's, and what about you, Veronica? And offers the knife.
We're gonna have a long talk about this when we get back. Veronica
Remember
will...
the alchemy jug we have.
Don't remind me about mayo.
Oh god, so much
Not
mayo.
right now.
Veronica will take the knife out of his hand, go over to one of the people, kind of like touch the side of their face and look them in the eye, and it's like, I'm sorry, and quickly drive the knife right across their throat as she like gently lets their like head fall with her hand.
Yeah, and the other two that remain are screaming, just crying, sobbing, trying to get away, like, because they don't want to die. They don't want to die like their companions did. And this man takes the knife and offers it to Velian, and I've never killed anyone, and I don't intend to start now. I'm not playing your games.
Gives a nod.
Shocking.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, she's a necromancer. She's all about re-life as opposed to taking life, so I can kind of understand that.
Yeah.
And he just, some emissaries you are. Well, if Arl is here, Arl is watching to her glory. And he goes and just, like, stalks these people out and then stabs this knife into them. And, he starts sawing through bonds, and he, like, looks at all of the people around him. He's like, well, get cooking, and kind of kicks one of these elderly bodies over towards the crowd, who are just hanging their heads and miserable.
You all follow this piece of shit?
And a younger woman says, he's our king.
King Dick.
And a swirl of wind blows through the camp in this moment. And you all find yourselves back in that dungeon, in front of that door. The test of cruelty. We'll say 2 of you passed, and 2 of you failed.
Did I pass?
As we like appear back, like you just see this giant hammer appear in Veronica's hands, and she just starts swinging like furiously at the wall, like screaming her head off. She's got like tears running down her eyes, and it's just like all you can hear is just like the clank of this like magical hammer just bashing itself against the wall over and over again. That goes on for like a minute or 2, and then she'll like drop it and it'll disappear, and she'll like sob quietly in the corner.
Real talk, I thought you were going to say that you were swinging at Inga, and I was about to be like, yeah, no, Inga accepts that.
Fair. And yeah, when, the banging stops and that last kind of echo rings out, and you sort of take that seat, Veronica, you hear oh my god, are you okay? Like from the hallway, as you see your friendly walrus face, she sticks her head in and she's like, that was like really dramatic. Are you okay?
Oh, you watching?
Well, I mean, like, no, I mean, like, you're hitting the wall and, like,
yeah.
crying on the floor. No, you, like, totally disappear wherever you go. But, like...
Yeah, those tests are wild. You notice that Gaba, he's got some rations in his hand. He starts kind of eating a little bit. So guilty.
Guilty.
Some things make you hungry, you know.
Guilty
Right.
snack.
You'll see like Veronica kind of like composes herself and stands up and looks over at Velian and just walks right up to her face and like, you drug us all the way out here for these stupid trials and you don't even have the gall to do them yourself.
You're saying that to Velian?
Yep.
And she says, I did not know there would be trials like this. I came to retrieve a book. If you
Weird.
would like
No.
me to sit out of these trials and you can do them yourselves, fine.
I think we're gonna need all the help we can get. It's not like it's taking anything away, right?
I'm not so sure that whatever is happening in there is an illusion. It seems quite real to me. And if there's something I'm going to sell my soul for, it's certainly not going to be some minor god's trial.
No, but for the good of not only all of Icewind Dale and for your terrible magical item that we're searching for, step your pussy up.
Whoa.
God.
And she just looks at you with just this expression, I think, of true bewilderment, like trying to figure out what exactly your game is. And she says, I don't know where this impression you have of me came from, but I'm here to retrieve a book. A simple book that will open a passageway and perhaps lead to a chance to save this land. I'm not here for evil artifacts. I'm not here for some agenda. I want knowledge. I've been very clear about that since the beginning.
Not here to make friends.
This is a RuPaul's Icewind Dale's best friend race.
I don't need your friendship or whatever it is you're looking from me. I don't need your approval. I'm going to continue to do things my way.
And at saying that, Veronica will get very close, and you see like this dark aura just like spread around her. She's like, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I do not care what you are here for. I do care the fact that you have dragged me and my companions into this aspect. And you think that because you don't care about what's going on, you're just allowed to sit out and not participate. I've got news for you, honey. You have to pass these trials to get in through this door. And you didn't. So you have two options. Either you get on with us in order to not only achieve your goal, but ours, or you can go back and wait for the whale. So figure it out, or I will cut you down myself.
Fine. And she just goes into steel cold silence, waiting for you all to see which door you're going to choose next.
My God.
Yeah.
Inga is. You just see like her little caribou tail is just swishing wildly. She is so uncomfortable.
Yeah, Ukama the walrus is like,
Oh.
okay, and kind of you just hear the of like her big body like scooching back against. Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh man. He's just like, ooh, it's time to go. Like
I don't like it when moms are fighting.
Why are moms fighting?
oh no. It's like when your mom's yelling at like a sibling and like all the other siblings are like
oh god.
Be quiet.
She might be coming for me next, stand still. Like
If you don't move, she can't see you.
Yeah.
right, like
So all large predators work.
right.
Absolutely. All right, are we going into isolation or urvation next?
Urvation, blank urvation.
Blankervation.
Isolation, because at least we know what that is.
Yeah, we could save the blank for last.
Yeah,
Well,
that
really-
one
I
might
feel
be
like-
the most horrendous.
I felt the opposite, but all right, let's go. Isolation.
It's
Felt
not
like-
going to
I
be
felt-
pretty regardless.
I think everybody can kind of cool off a little bit.
right.
Yeah, let's all go to
Fair.
timeout.
Right. Everybody go to your corners, into the void. It's fine.
Gonna go to a sensory deprivation tank.
It's
Take a little-
fine.
Yeah. So you all approach this door that has been labeled isolation. And do you walk through?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing at the edge of a camp under a clear sky. All the warriors in the camp appear to be sharpening their weapons.
Are we all together still?
Yep, you're all together. And it's nice here. I mean, compared to everywhere else,
Oh.
you're still outside, so it's still like miserably cold, but the wind
The
has
good kind.
stopped.
Right.
So
that's
wherever
always
this
the
is
best.
clearly not wherever that other camp was that's being ravaged by blizzards.
Inga's going to just walk nonchalantly right up.
Yeah, and all of these warriors are like sharpening, their spears and their daggers, like kind of look up at you in the snow. And it's very much that same reaction where it's like that hostility, and then they look like just at the space above your head, and they go wide-eyed. And one of the warriors stands up, "My queen, my queen!" And all of this is ringing out about the camp. And a woman steps out of a tent like, What? And as she comes over, she is followed by this saber-toothed tiger that is trailing right in her tracks. And this woman is fierce. She is a mountain of a woman as she comes and looks up at you. Her face has been torn apart by a patchwork of scars. And as she looks at you all, emissaries of the Frostmaiden. Well, this is interesting. Everyone, Arl has blessed us. She shouts to every other warrior in earshot. The Frostmaiden has sent emissaries to watch our camp while we complete our mission. And she goes and kind of claps you on the back, Inga, and she stands about your height, like with your horse body. So it's impressive.
Hey, watch it. You almost got me.
Oh, yeah, and you as well, small one.
Hail.
She'll lean down and
You'll
Pat you.
grace.
as well. This is very fortuitous. We were worried to leave everything behind in our raid, but we've got to send everyone we have, so Arl has blessed us this day.
Yes.
And where exactly are you raiding today?
Oh, there's a nearby elk tribe camp. I'm going to kill them, take their stuff. We're running a little bit low on supplies.
Veronica looks over at Inga like,
Inga
Oh.
Are they cool?
is really trying to keep a straight face.
So, Inga, you know that there are 4 Regig tribes out there. The tribes, some of them get along, some of them do not. Guessing from this woman in front of you, you've probably heard about her. This might be the queen of the Tiger tribe, which is a particularly vicious of the 4. Queen Björnhild Solvigdostir. I said that.
Gesundheit, like, whoa.
Queen bee.
I looked at that and I was
That's the
like,
one.
oh no, it's like reading IKEA furniture.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
give me
man.
that. Give me that
Oh,
language.
no.
Send me that name.
Solvigs Dotir. I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat so you can look at it. Maybe you
Oh.
can say it.
Oh dear.
Bjornhild Solvigs Dotir.
Dotir, yeah.
Yeah,
Bjornhor Solvigs Dotir.
there you go. It sounds so much better when you say it.
That
So
is
this
a
is
lot of
Queen
letters.
Bjornhild, probably of the Tiger camp. You know that, yeah, the elk tribe and the bear tribe are the 2 that tend to get along and be a little bit friendlier. The tiger tribe and the wolf tribe are very, very hostile. But the wolf tribe is known for killing each other mostly, whereas the tiger preys on everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And she will say, "Or to be in the presence of such royalty, yes, we would be happy, honored ourselves to watch your camp while you raid."
Ah, good. The first good news we've had in weeks. Well, you're welcome to it. Anything you can find is yours. Just
Alright.
make sure it's all here when we get back. All right, let's move out. She calls to everybody who grabs all of their weapons and just like immediately book it off and are quickly gone over a snowy hill, which leaves all of you alone in this camp.
It's pretty chill trial. start rummaging, or I'll hop off of Inga and say, "Thank you very much, appreciate it," and saunter off and go look through some bags and stuff, try to find some food, maybe some warmer clothing, anything.
Yeah, for sure. So I will say you are going to be here for a while. So during the first 24 hours, why don't you all kind of tell me what do you do over this 24 hours?
Well, I think that Gob, being so exhausted, he's just kind of barely scooting around. He's just gonna grab furs, rations, find the warmest spot he can, and just like be in a cocoon with food, and try to get some of these gone.
Oh, it's like a hangover.
Pretty much, yeah. Hangover.
Pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you absolutely can. You can find the best spot in camp. I mean, you can even go in like the queen's tent. It's full of like these awesome like skins, and it's pretty nice. It's a pretty sweet deal. You find there are rations left behind. Like these people certainly aren't starving. They're very well equipped. So you can find whatever small comforts you want. So
crumbs all over her bed.
Yeah. Oh God. You're that guest?
Eats bread in her
The
bed.
worst.
You're the worst. Okay, Gob is the worst. Inga, what are you doing during those 24 hours?
I think because knowing that Gob got really disaffected during the endurance trial and in the fight with the giant, she would just expect him to basically just sleep for 24 hours. So she would probably try and coordinate with Villian to be like, to take watches so we can each, get a few hours of sleep here and there, and with Veronica.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you set up a watch rotation system. You all could use some sleep, so you all are kind of catching up.
Exactly.
Veronica, is there anything in particular that you do?
At least for a little bit while the sun is up, Veronica will kind of go off on her own. She's just kind of by herself. She cries a little bit. She's just kind of feeling a lot of emotions just because this is her life for the time being, and this was not something that she thought she'd be doing. So she's having a little bit of a hard time like wrapping her head around everything that's going on with all the trials and Arl and trying to save the entire land. Beforehand she was like, nah, I'm just gonna be a bounty hunter and fend for myself, and now she's got like friends that she cares about and whatnot. So it's a little bit of an emotional time for her, but she wants to be like away from everyone else for the moment.
Yeah, and you do, and it's not so bad around here. The tiger camp has been set up on pretty much a flat area, which is nice, sort of at the base of the mountain. So you can walk around, and there's some nice rocky like vistas where you can see tundra, frozen lake in the distance. It's a good spot to kind of clear your head. And so the hours pass, night rolls in, becomes very, very cold to the point when you all kind of have to bundle up, or die. So
bundle up or die.
Yeah, so it comes to about midnight, and I need you all to roll me a group survival check.
Well, I got a natural one, so.
Oh no!
Oh no! Too busy sleeping.
Yeah.
18.
Also 18.
Oh, look at us.
Okay. So we needed 3 successes. We did not get 3 successes. So when you wake up,
What the?
she's a wizard.
She's a wizard.
So
She's
cold.
squishy.
So when you all wake up in the morning, Gob isn't there.
He did.
Oh fuck!
No, I
He's
don't
just gone. And Velian kind of comes out of her tent, rubs her eyes and looks around, and where's the little one?
Veronica starts to like panic and like look around through tents, shouting Gob's name.
Yeah, and you can look everywhere. You can spend hours and hours looking. There is No trace. No tracks. The bed is just as he left it. Sort of mussed and covered in crumbs. But no gob.
Covered in crumbs.
Oh, the crumb trail.
Right. Just like, can I follow the trail of crumbs? Because you know he's always eating
Follow the
something.
candy.
This must be, I want to say, part of trial.
It has to be, but that doesn't mean that I have to like it.
Oh, sure. I hope he is alive. But I don't know what we can do about it. I mean, we set up watch, and he's still missing.
Well, we knew what we were getting into, at least to some extent, with the word on the door. So all we can do is continue on.
Yeah, and I will say too, because you all took watches throughout the night. So like, if Gob had walked off, you would have seen it. You think, but then you like kind of try to think back on those watches, those periods of time, and your memories are a little foggy. You're pretty sure you can remember everything that happened, but it's just hard to recall exactly.
Inga finds that really alarming.
So does Veronica.
I think she would start looking at the food and everything.
Yeah, and I mean, you all can spend, most of the day looking for Gob, examining the food, like looking for signs of what's going on, but everything seems fine. He's just gone. None of the food is poisoned. And we're rolling now into sort of nighttime on the second day. Is there anything else in particular you all are doing?
Nah. Just
think-
waiting and seeing, I guess. Gob's just off out there by himself, alone, scared, probably hungry.
No, but there are no tracks, nothing. And it didn't even really snow last night. So if there were going to be tracks, you would have seen them
Unless I flew away.
with all your flying powers.
Right.
It could happen.
I think she would take, look around for wait, what kind of pack do you have, Veronica?
What kind of pack?
It's like a explorer's pack.
Yeah. I think the explorer's one.
I was looking for the burglar's one. But no, Inga's going to take she's gonna take rope that I'm sure that she can also find around the camp. And she's going to set up a snare at the main sort of entrances into this encampment.
Yeah. So you set up rope barriers.
Mm-hmm.
And same sort of situation. Are you all taking watches through the night?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you continue doing so, and midnight rolls around, and I need everybody to make a group survival check. Except for Gob. You're gone.
Ooh, nice. That is a modified 20.
14.
Okay. So you all make it through the night, and when you wake up, you all are there. Gob still isn't back, but everything is just as you left it. Though it is, again, when you try to think about anything notable that happened or the night, it's hard to remember. Maybe even harder than it was the day before. And it's hard. You're starting to think, how long has Gob been gone? It's hard to tell.
Well, I mean, this is clearly part of the trial. It's probably an aspect of how long we can go, but since Gob was the first to go, I would imagine his chances are slipping away slowly.
Philian, do you know what... are you familiar with the kind of magic that could create this effect?
I I don't know, this seems like some kind of ritual or innate magic, god magic, if you will. Clearly there's something more going on, something beyond the capabilities of just a standard caster. Unfortunately, I don't know. I've never really heard of anything like this happening.
Out of character, do we actually get to enjoy the benefits of a long rest
Yeah.
as we're going through these? Oh,
You're sleeping.
sweet.
Days are passing.
Dope.
Well, I guess in the interim of it, I will cast Summon Aberration,
Oh, Jesus.
and you will just see this like I'll chant something, and this aspect of snow will just kind of coalesce and form into this weird, almost eyeball-ish looking creature that I'm not going to name, but everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it's just kind of hovering there, and it looks at me, and I'm like, go and see what you can find. And it just kind of flies off into the distance in either direction.
Cool. I mean, but what kind of creature is it? I want to know its capabilities.
Hold on.
See what
This
it
is a
can
super, super duper long spell. So it is a flying aberrant spirit. Oh god, which one? Which one is it? Oh, it's the eye stalk one. So it kind of looks like a beholder,
Got it.
essentially.
Yeah.
It's got a fly speed of 30 feet.
Okay.
It has magical ranged attacks.
What's its vision? Does it have any special senses?
Dark vision 60 feet, passive perception 10.
Okay. Yeah, so it flies around and, comes back to you after a period of time, and it doesn't have anything to really communicate or share. The area seems quiet, very still.
Well, clearly there's a lot more magic going on here than we thought. And she'll like wave her hand as the snow that it was made out of just coalesces back to the ground.
Anything else in particular happen during this third day?
As it gets closer and closer towards midnight, since that seems to be this time of fuzziness and fog that sort of descends on us,
Mm-hmm.
Inga would like to reach out to Veronica and cast protection from good and evil, she is going to bestow on Veronica protection from celestials, because she's like, gods are celestials?
Question mark, yeah.
Best guess.
Yeah, maybe.
And so that your creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. So it's more of a protective gesture than she actually believes it might actually do something. But she'll reach out with this. It's very like tender and touch to Veronica and say, I have seen that our time recently has been incredibly difficult for you. I wanted to give you space to be able to work through that, but know that I am here, and I have both the benefit and the curse of spending a lifetime in this place. I know darkness like no one has seen because of how far north we are. This place, it is beautiful, but it is also cursed. And it messes with you. But know that I am here to help get us all through this.
Is Veronica awake during all this?
Yeah, you can be awake. There's plenty
Oh
of
my
time.
God.
You can be
Okay.
awake.
Oh my god, the hugs and the feels, just like
Aw.
Yeah, you feel her very furry, warm arms just, clench around you.
Oh.
wings of light appear as they like wrap around for the protection
Wow,
of the evil, like,
cute.
Oh, so cute.
All right, cuties.
all the feels.
So the night rolls along, and I need you all to make a group survival check.
Come on. Ooh, hell yeah. 18 plus 7, 25.
Oh, 15.
Okay. And when you all wake up in the morning, Velian is gone.
You know,
Same as before, without a trace.
why couldn't it have been her first, realistically?
How up until this point though, how has Velian been like handling it? Has she just been like keeping to herself and
Yeah, she's been reading her books a lot, very quiet. She did seem pretty nervous. It's a nerve-wracking situation. You know, she was definitely like staying up longer during her shifts to like overlap with people, and like she was sitting in the main kind of areas, and she was clearly nervous.
okay.
You know, for as much as I give her not the benefit of the doubt, if anything, if anyone would know about isolation, it's probably her. Granted, yeah, she does have her kobolds, but half of them are dead or undead. So,
I think I see a common spirit in her in that of preferring certain company over the people of this place.
I mean, given her background and what she told us about herself, even if it was the bare minimum, I can see that. She doesn't come from a very calm, caring, collective, welcoming background.
Yeah,
You
I
could
think it kind of
certainly say
shrugs.
that.
God, I wish Minnie were here.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss her and Sina. Just like sitting warming her fingers over the fire, just like thinking about Minnie and Xena and hoping that they're doing okay.
Yeah. Anything else notable happen during this fourth day? It's starting to get really quiet around here, just the two of you.
I will reminisce about, our past adventures and the funny things that have like happened just to kind of lighten the mood, like Minnie shoving biscuits into her bag.
Taking all the salt and pepper. Yeah.
All this, right. Like, why? You don't need it. Like,
Stop taking all the packets.
We don't need more mild taco sauce.
right. It's oh no. The thing that multiplies in your refrigerator. It's just all the Taco
Oh
Bell
my
sauces.
goodness. Oh goodness. I think specifically during the evening time during like Kingo's watches as she's sort of cycling with Veronica now, she's gonna make a specific point to be like journaling to try and see if and like write down just purely stream of consciousness so that with the intent of like waking up the next day to try and like see if that helps her remember better
Yeah.
what happened during her watch.
Yeah, and you do. So you spend the evening journaling, and we roll into the night. Make a group survival check, you two.
I'm so stressed out.
Right. I'm like, oh, come on.
Buenas.
It's only a 12.
Veronica got an 8.
Okay. So Inga, you wake up in the morning, and Veronica is gone. You are alone. What do you do?
I think she goes into like she just shuts everything off about the world around her and goes into very like almost sort of like fight or flight mode where she begins like very meticulously and pedantically taking stock of the food that's there of ensuring that there are snares prepared at this encampment of cleaning out the blankets and like beating out the dust and checking for bugs and it's just so purposefully trying to keep herself busy for this day with this sort of like nervous energy and just trying to do everything to calm herself down out of it.
Yeah. And you do, you go through the motions of the day, and it occurs to you at one point, you vaguely remember that you were journaling the past night. And I think at one point you probably open up those journals and it's nothing. You were just writing nonsense
Like
and
gibberish,
drawing
yeah.
pictures and of abstract things. You don't remember doing that. You've never seen yourself write like that. What's happening to you?
I think because she's, her magic is derived from the land and her connection to the land, and I think she's starting to have this existential crisis of, if this land is Oral, if Oral is in and connected to and in control of this land, what does that mean for her magic and where she gets it from, and what does that mean for if she's a good person? Like the fact that she just, without blinking an eye, went and just dug her dagger into someone, and she begins just emotionally spiraling. It is, yeah.
Yeah. And it's hours hours of this, and nothing breaks it up. It's a quiet day. It's so quiet out here on the tundra, and there's nobody around you. And just when you just cannot take another second of it, you begin to hear footsteps and voices coming from far away, and you look over on the horizon and you see that it is the tiger tribe coming back. And the way they're walking, they're rowdy, they seem victorious, they're holding kegs and casks and baskets, and you also see that kind of being pushed in front of them are your three companions, Gob, Veronica, and Velian, just moving through the snow, sort of dazed. And the three of you, so Gob and Veronica, I need you both to make Constitution saving throws for me.
Oh my god.
I'm
She
sorry,
is so
Wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
Did I still retain all my exhaustion?
No, I mean, you slept, so that first night. So you're fine.
Back to no.
Say wisdom.
I'll take it.
Wisdom, yes.
Oh,
Ooh, natural
back,
20.
baby. I got a natural 18.
Great.
plus
Neither of
nothing.
you suffer a form of indefinite madness. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks for
Yay!
that.
It's a good day when you don't.
So you all just feel dazed and can't really remember what happened until this moment. And so Inga, you can tell it's like they have no idea where they are as this the tribe is coming back into town.
I mean, she sees him though, and she immediately is just hands on the hip and is heaving a sigh, and she's just oh, thank. Oh, you fucking bitch, Oral.
What happened to you?
And runs out and just brings them all together. Even Evelian, I'm sure, who is oh my god, get off!
Oh God,
me. Just,
get out!
don't touch me! And then she just brings him in for this just glomp of a hug.
Yeah.
Pat.
Oh God, being
good to see
trampled
you
by
too.
a half centaur into the snow, running at full speed, just yeah. You're oh God.
Oh boy.
Ah.
It's when a big dog runs at you, and you're
Ah. All right. You just
Yeah.
accept it at that point. You're this. It's happening. I can't stop it.
All right, here it comes. And the queen says too. She's yeah, we I'm glad to see you're here. We just found these two, just standing in the snow. Had no idea what they were doing there. I'm glad they're talking now.
Or when you're out in snow, that cold madness that sometimes descends upon you. Oh, I'm just glad they're not naked. Whole different story.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
But she looks at you, Veronica, and she goes, "Well, actually,
Veronica will look back at her and be like,
And as this conversation, all of these tribespeople are coming back into camp, slinging down their well-worn goods, the sound of dogs barking happily from the sleds, and all of you back together. This all begins to fade away. And you're standing once again in the dungeon in front of the door that reads isolation. And now feels like a good time to open up our dice giveaway.
Ow. Just let's segue into something completely different.
Segue. Yay. So here are the rules. We are giving away the set of red and black dice from RPG Dice. Joe, thank you. It's Joe's birthday present to all of you.
That's right.
Set of dice. Happy birthday,
You're getting
Joe.
older, everyone.
So you have to enter that word in the chat and then stick around to the very end of the episode because that is when we're going to pull that winner. So only enter if you are going to be here through the end of the episode. And what is that word, Sage?
Exclamation point, birthday!
Birthday!
Birthday dice!
Birthday
Get it,
dice.
everybody.
Yeah,
Good luck.
they're good. Oh, they're so gothy. They're so Hot Topic.
It's my brand.
Yeah, truly. Yes, if there's one word, 2 words to describe you, it would be Hot Topic. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was a fun test. Sorry,
Boy,
sorry,
these are
Joe, you had
wild.
to disappear first on your
It's
birthday.
okay. I needed to chill. Most of the
Needed
time.
take a minute.
Sometimes you need to eat a whole box of Cheez-Its. You just wander off in the middle of the night.
Yeah, yeah.
We've all done it.
We, I would like to lie and say, how dare you, but it's true. But it is true. Oh boy.
Oh my
We got
goodness.
2 more? No, 1 more.
One more. Irvation.
Oh, yeah.
Something Irvation.
Good. It's going to be the good one.
Enervation. It would be preservation. That would be silly. That's just a synonym for endurance.
I don't know. Oh man, I don't know.
Coordination.
Yeah, these tests are fun, yeah. Oh, somebody in chat was like, indefinite madness? Yes, it is a mechanic in Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, DMG.
It's pretty
It certainly
awesome.
is.
And by awesome, I mean awful.
Yup.
Because, yeah.
Yeah, the rules are both short term and indefinite madness.
Yeah.
You need to get like lesser restoration or greater restoration even to like
Greater restoration, I believe, to cure indefinite madness. Yeah, and the indefinite madness ones are the ones where you take up a trait, too. So it's not just like a mechanical thing. It's like your personality fundamentally changes.
Get a new flaw.
Yeah.
I've got plenty.
Oh, I'm
good.
reading these.
Right.
Oh, one of them is there's only one person I can trust, and only I can see this special friend.
Oh. Oh.
That would not be cute with Inga because she already talks to spirits.
Yeah, listen. Oh, one of them is I've discovered that I really like killing people.
Okay, yeah, there's a thing.
Oh, good.
Awakened something in me.
Well, I'm really
Was-
glad everybody made their saves, including
Is there a
Villian.
multiple personality one? Because that one I think Veronica should have. Like every person she's turned into is like a personality for her.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that'd be so
Yeah,
good.
right. Be a lot. Oh man.
Oh boy. So, on that note, you've made it through 3 doors. I will say you all passed that test. The test of isolation.
Oh, that was easy.
Ooh.
Bundle up, eat snacks. Pass test.
That
Just
was
made some
easy.
snacks and a sick tent. Some blankets.
Meanwhile, everyone
hell.
else is feeling the feelings that are feels.
I will say, there's this cool scorecard that I get to fill in.
Nice.
Fun.
So I'm,
It's a Scantron for all of us.
yeah, test of the Frostmaiden scorecard. I'm grading you all on your performance. I
Oh,
do want to
no.
let you
Taking the
know.
frosty.
Is there anything I can do for extra credit?
How frosty are you staying? 8 snowflakes.
Inga's a cold bitch. No, y'all are seeing it.
I mean,
That's wow. That definitely revealed some stuff.
Yeah,
Man, that was good.
I mean,
she transforms into animals. What do you want? Like,
I don't know what this says about Inga and Veronica, but you two have passed all the tests, all of this evil god's tests. So I hope you feel good about yourselves.
Brown nose.
Nature is
I mean-
cold and unforgiving.
my patron is just like,
Yeah,
get it, girl. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like Michelle Visage in the background, just like,
I want to know who your patron is.
the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
duh.
Yeah.
Duh.
I know.
I
She's a
mean,
cool lady.
yeah. But I imagine her to be like Shanice Theron from Snow White and the Huntsman. So she's just like really fabulous looking and just like always shrieking at everyone all the
damn.
time. Like, yeah.
Oh damn.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Anytime we need her, it's just like the scene where she comes out of like the like plaster that's just covering her body in white. Yeah. That's her coming out of the snow anytime I need to speak to her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to Irvation.
Reservation.
Scoot that teen out of the way. And
Yeah, no, Walrus, Ukama after this is just like kind of steering clear of you all. She's like, oh, I just happened to be sliding around on the other side of the rink.
we know much better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, like, please just don't like break my shit.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
Oh.
A plus guard.
Yeah, do a little scoot on up to the door.
All right.
Back to everybody.
So, you all pass through the reservation door? All right. As you do, your surroundings vanish in a flurry of snow and ice. When your vision clears, you find yourself at the edge of a camp under clear skies. All the fires in the camp are out, and the only sound you hear is the flapping of tents as the wind hits them. Closer examination reveals dozens of corpses, half buried in snowdrifts. It becomes clear that a massacre took place here recently. You hear the squawking of buzzards coming from the middle of the camp and see half a dozen vultures picking at two bodies outside one of the larger tents.
Here we go. Okay.
Deprivation. I don't know. I guess scoot a little closer. Start making our way towards dead camp.
Yeah. As you're walking up, these vultures are clearly, they sort of look at you like hostile, like on the ready to see if you're going to take their food away from them. But
Inga will can't speak with animals. And
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm just like, Inga, this is your department. Thanks.
so she and she like crouches down like really low to get on like eye level with the birds as she kind of skulks
yeah,
over
it
there
swings
like on her knees.
It's one
Yeah.
eye towards you to look at you directly.
Hello. We are not
Mine!
he-
Mine!
That's okay. We are not here to take your prey. I am very grateful for your service to pick these bones clean. Help prevent Walker from rising later. You serve important job here in the north.
The bird sort of like tosses its head back and forth, preening.
But tell me, this is as they might say, a vulture's buffet. What do you know what befell these people?
Big fight with two legs.
That happens often. Yes. Did you see which way they went?
Yes. Big group left some time ago towards sun.
Sunrise or sunset?
Rise.
Okay. And
So-
she will.
Yeah, you would have
relay
known
all
that was
this to
probably
everyone.
like maybe a couple hours ago.
Mhm.
Heading north.
And she'll take a moment to relay everything thus far to everyone.
We'll track down whoever did the murder. Slaughter.
More than likely.
Perhaps we take a moment to investigate camp first. Figure out who this was.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Good idea.
Start turning over corpses, looking for emblems and little telltales.
Yeah, and the vultures will get really hostile if you start trying to. Are you trying to shoo them off?
If they get up,
They also,
I'll try to steer
they'll
clear
like
from-
get
oh,
pissed. You know, there's like 8 of them, and they'll like they squawk, and they are being so
God.
loud. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to try and drive them off, give me some kind of check, or what are you doing
Ooh,
to scare them?
can't. I haven't used it yet.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know what's up. Should I? Yeah, fuck it. I'll take the horn of blasting.
Oh no.
Veronica gave me. Hey! Can I try to intimidate him before I blow the horn?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an intimidate.
Try to make myself as big as possible. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. That's a
As big as possible as a dwarf, like
19, and then see, let me use my strength. So that is a 27.
Okay, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. What are you doing that is so intimidating that you scare the crap out of these birds? What is it that you do?
Flex my entire body apparently, and just
hot.
yell out, dwarven curses, as husky as I can.
Yeah. So you start, like being just so aggressive towards these birds, and they're like, and like,
want none of this horn.
They decide that discretion is the better part of valor, and they start just taking off en masse. And you see they don't go very far. They go maybe 30 feet away from the camp and kind of sit in on these rocks and like dead trees around the area, just seemingly like swinging their vulture heads back and forth and just like waiting for you to leave. But for now, you've cleared the area. What is that, Inga? Sage?
No, I'm just imagining the vultures from the Jungle Book who are sitting on the tree and who are watching Mowgli just like fucking struggle with this branch.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much the same.
You just know these vultures are going to be eaten the second you're gone.
And Inga's gonna look at Gob and be like, "What did you do that for?"
I'm working over here.
And I will say, now that the birds aren't here, like, tearing at these bodies and, like, shrieking, it's a lot more quiet in this space. And you can hear sobbing coming from that large tent. Just, like, open, just weeping, exhausted sobbing of somebody who's been crying for a long time.
Yeah,
I was there. I'll go help out.
get everybody, heading that way. It's okay. We don't mean you any harm. Shout out, as we're
And
making our way there.
the sob kind of like slows to like a like a hyperventilating, like maybe somebody trying to be quiet, but can't help it.
I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. I'll keep the birds away.
Well, I'm not good at this. She like waves her hand at Veronica.
Veronica's already like walking over. It's like you two deal with the birds. I got this.
Play with the birds.
And she will like slowly kind of look, like go up to the tent and just be like, "It's okay. We're not gonna hurt you."
Yeah, I mean, you can keep speaking, outside the tent, but the sobbing just continues from inside.
Veronica will slowly open the tent and just kind of like peek her head around to see if she can see anything.
Yeah, and so you look inside this tent and you can see there was a struggle in here. You think maybe people were dragged out of here? Furniture is messed up. There are splatters of blood on the floor. And kind of by one of these like tipped over like cots, you see a young boy. He's got to be maybe 8 or 9 years old, and he's just wearing this like fur kind of poncho, and he's curled up in a ball. Just you can see his whole body shaking with like fear and sadness, and he's clearly the source of the noise. And I mean, this kid looks. You look at his eyes, and he's barely even there right now, but he's just staring past you and just sobbing on the floor.
Veronica will use her changing ability to like soften up her features a little bit more, and she'll just slowly kind of work her way over to where the boy is and then get down on her knees. So like she's like closer to him, and she'll be like, it's okay. Like, come to me. It's okay. Like you're safe now. Can you tell me what's going on? And she'll roll a persuasion check to try to calm the boy down.
Yeah, for sure.
24.
Yeah, and you do, and I mean, you are as like gentle and, you know, accommodating as you can be in this situation. And the kid sort of acknowledges that you're there, but he still doesn't really stand up. He doesn't move any closer to you. He's just continuing that weeping, and you think he's probably shell shocked from what's happened to him. Like he's, without the assistance of like magic or healing, he's not going to be of much use to tell you what happened.
Is there a blanket, or can I look for a blanket in the area?
Yeah, you can pick up like a blanket from the ruins of the floor. There's one that has not much blood on it.
Okay, well, I will pick that up and kind of like move towards him. As I do, does he like shake or jitter or try to like move away from me at all?
I think he's in such a state of shock that he doesn't really even realize what's happening. He just kind of lets you place the blanket on him.
So I'll do that, and then I'll just kind of like wrap my arms around him and then like scoop him up and then walk out of the camp, or walk back out to camp, and I'll just very kind of loudly be like, Inga, come here, I need your help. As I'm like holding this like tiny child wrapped in a blanket in my arms.
Yeah, she's like fucking around with the birds, and she's like, "Oh, okay, coming."
Let's see if I can. I don't have the picture loaded in, but I've got a picture of the.
Oh,
He's so cute.
How old would you say?
It's like 9.
wee boy. I'm sorry.
He's mine now. Never talk to me or my son ever again.
How dare you?
Right. It's like, Inga, I think he may be in shock. Could you do something to maybe calm him down a little bit?
And after, Veronica's like bundled him up and like the hearth of this tent, she'll cast Create Bonfire and motion them to come over, and then she'll cast Lesser Restoration on the boy.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think that will definitely work. Have we seen you cast Lesser Restoration before? I don't think so.
No. So I think definitely as she, as we all are joined around this fire, I think definitely fire in the frozen north definitely has such a quality of life to it. And so she, after she casts Create Bonfire, she sort of runs her hands over into the flames, and it will take the embers that she will just hold for just a moment, and she will use the sort of charcoal from these embers to trace these sort of lines on the boy's face to make these sort of runic shapes, and then from them will glow sort of white hot as the sort of restorative magic descends on him.
Yeah, and as your magic takes hold, you can see that cloudiness in his gaze clear up as he seems to like look around, with the wide eyes of a child, and you instantly see the pain as his eyes scan around the place and fill once again with tears. And he starts these like heaving sobs, and he says, He's coming, you have to hide. He killed my mom, he killed my dad, he killed them all, but he's gonna come back for me."
Veronica will hold him like tighter and just kind of like shake him a little bit, be like, it's okay, we're here. Like, whoever he is, he's not gonna get you so long as we're here.
Who's coming, Junior?
The Wolf King, he's coming. He came and killed us all, and I know he's still here. I can hear him howling.
Veronica will look over at Inga. Wolf King, like the tribes?
Yes, most likely. If not the literal talking wolves we saw, but probably not. They don't do this, as she motions around like the tent with like the dragging lines that are in the ground.
Right. Like, regular wolves gotta eat. Like they don't just like play
Well,
with
I mean,
their food, hopefully.
we talked to the talking ones who were
Right.
like hyper intelligent.
Yeah.
Right. We're like,
Definitely not, probably not those wolves. Probably the reggae tribe of the wolf tribe. And she'll say, she will motion to the sort of like snowy magical flurry that's above our heads. We'll say, we are marked as Oral's emissaries. We have special powers. That means that if Wolf King come, he not going to be able to mess with us. So you are safe with us.
And he, sort of like hiccuping and like looking at you and shaking his head with just, you don't understand. He shouldn't have killed us. We're wolf tribe too. Everyone was surprised and he took them and like he kind of looks at like one of these corpses in the snow, which you see like the skin has been flayed off of these bodies. You are now realizing not only did somebody just massacre these people, they were tortured. And the kid says, we have to run. We have to hide. And just as he says that, you hear a howl of a single wolf from somewhere off in the tundra. And the kid just goes ghostly pale and starts to like try and crawl on all fours, like making his way back into that large tent.
No, get still holding him in my arms.
Yeah,
like, no, get.
He's trying to fight you.
Right.
You're
just, like,
clearly
flailing
stronger
child.
than him, but
Just
That
let him go.
that child
He's safe.
flail.
Right. Me, I'm just kind of like, no. Waste all your energy. It's fine. No. All right.
I'm
Well,
gonna kill that motherfucker.
I think this, as much as we want to do the right thing in this particular instance, I feel like this has something to do with this trial.
We all know what that word said. Could be Latin for kill the asshole. I don't know nothing.
Does Latin exist
just-
in this
I don't
D&D
know,
world?
but
I always imagine Draconic as Latin. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
yeah, abyssal.
What
Like,
the gnomes call it, don't worry about it.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. Again, your heart's in the right place, but that is exactly the opposite of what all of these trials have, I guess, wanted from us in the aspect. We want to protect this child. We want to kill this bad guy, but something about this just doesn't seem correct, especially given everything that we've had to do in the past.
I'm trying to think of what the word was, and the thing that I'm thinking of, conservation. But I don't think that's right. But I don't know. I think that might be a hint.
Trials fucked me pretty hard. So fuck them. And I'm going to do what's right.
Yeah.
For me.
No, for sure.
And yeah, I'm going to beat the shit out of Wolf King. And I'll, is there like a roadway or a pathway that is nearby the camp?
yeah,
Or
I mean,
where-
there really aren't paths or roads in or out because there is so much snowfall. I mean, but clearly, like, there are trails and tracks and blood and splatters everywhere.
I guess I just try my best to face whatever direction I think the howl came from and maybe back to the fire.
Yeah,
If the bonfire's still going, and just get ready.
and you do. Yeah, and as you're kind of taking this stance, the howl rings out again, this time from the far other side of where you were, but you swear it's a little bit closer, and a voice carries down to you on the wind. Little prince, come out, it's time to die. And the voice just echoes through the camp, and still all you see are just white hills around you.
He ain't here no more.
You just call out.
Just you and me and my friends.
and you hear sort of a snarl. And again, you're not really sure where exactly it's coming from, but it's clearly moving around the camp. And it says, "Uh-oh, you've brought more friends for me to kill? I hope they're as tasty as your parents were." And the boy at this point, Veronica, has just gone like limp, like corpse limp in your arms with just fear. Is there anything you're doing in this moment, gang?
I mean, I'll hold him a little bit closer, but then at the same time, I'll be like, again, guys, I feel like this is the part of the thing of us wanting to do the right thing, but
You gonna feed him to the Wolf King? Or you gonna defend him?
if it means getting us out of this trial and passing so we can move on, just like in the cruelty aspect.
I ain't gonna get in your way, but I ain't gonna help that shit. Yeah, just get my dukes up.
Yeah.
Just
Inga looks
look
at
around.
Inga looks at you, Gob, and nods like, and gets into a ready fighting stance.
Yeah, Velian does as well. She just stands up and kind of puts her staff at the ready. And you see from over the top of the hill now, this figure comes bounding, walking. You're not really sure. The sun is the light is silhouetted behind him, so you can't really make out the details, but you can tell this figure is hulking and massive and kind of hunched as they come up over this hill, and you see they're carrying this very large axe, and this figure reels back their head and howls, and it looks like a human who's doing it, but that sound is too real for what it is. And this figure comes running very quickly, and you begin to see the details of this person who's wearing like the skin of a wolf sort of as a headpiece and cape here, and then like just like leather pants and shoes, but like bare chested, open to the elements, so you can see all of the scars, and the cold doesn't seem to affect this person as they are leaping and bounding down this pathway. You can see that there are these black stretches of frostbite across this man's skin. It doesn't seem to stop him at all. And you catch this sort of glimpse of his eyes as he does, like, effortlessly bound on, like, his two legs and his one hand running at you in this weird animalistic way. So he's charging forward towards you all. Joe, did you want to say something?
Is it just the one person?
Yeah. From what you can see.
Let's
Come on,
fuck
you
him
fucking
up.
bully. Yeah. I think I rush out to meet him.
Wait,
A little overzealous probably, but that's how God would do.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, it was like as Gob starts running, Veronica's gonna be like, "Wait."
Yeah, and you start running forward to greet this person who's moving with lightning speed, and as you come close to them, he rears back, and the hood flies back, and you can see the jaws of this man extend and elongate into the snout of a wolf as he stands up above you, hulking and towering, with some fur now beginning to like sprout over his cold body here, and he roars back his head, issuing a challenge, looks down at you all with these blood red eyes and says, "Yes, always time for more blood."
Come get it.
Get some. So I'm actually going to call it here for today because this is going to be a hell of a fight. So
I'm so ready, though.
I know. It is a fight we cannot do in 18 minutes.
Fair.
One hit KO.
Right.
I promise
Last
it won't
job.
be. it won't
Oh,
be
I
so-
just want to turn into a tree. I'll have to do it next time.
You can do a treat next time. As you fight the Wolf King. Oh boy, this guy.
Yeah. Wild, man.
This guy. Yeah, how we doing? All this tests? Happy
What an
birthday, Joe.
episode.
I got you some tests.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got you a pop quiz.
Yeah.
and a very emotional pop quiz.
Basically, like,
Yeah.
So it was one.
Oh, it's great. It's a good time.
Yeah, that was cool.
Sweet.
man.
Well, I'm glad you all are enjoying this. We're really earning the hell out of our content warnings with this episode.
I mean, today was a day. Like,
was
this
a
is
day.
episode 12, and there was feelings, and there was, growth. Like,
Y'all did
it was a
some
well-rounded episode.
cold-blooded murder.
12 is the age when you would normally have your like bar bat mitzvah. So
There
we're
we
just
go.
we're all
This is our
like
episode, our coming of
we're-
age episode.
it's our glow up.
Hashtag glow up in
Yeah.
Icewind Dale.
Somebody accused this
It's
campaign
brutal.
of being too funny, so we had to, what. But anyway, let's do it. Let's open up this dice giveaway. We're giving away these sweet, sweet set of dice from RPG Dice. Look at these red and black beauties.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pull that winner. We're gonna say that name, and you have to type claim in chat to claim your prize. So Sage, who has won these beautiful dice from RPG Dice?
Beep, beep, beep.
Tiwar, TIHWR20, you have been announced as
Tiwar?
our winner.
Say that you're
Claim
here
your
in the
prize.
chat. Yay!
Yay!
We got a claim?
We got it.
Type exclamation point claim in the chat if you are here.
Well, while we are waiting on that, yeah, wow, thank you all so much for being here. Next episode is going to be Banana Pants. Fighting the
Banana
Wolf King.
pants.
Yeah, fighting the Wolf King. It's going to be good. Oh, we got a claim. Yay!
All right.
Congrats, friends.
I'll be enjoying.
Message Sage will message you and give us your address and stuff, sending these sweet, sweet dice. So thank you once again, everybody, for stopping by. And Joe, happy birthday. I have been your dungeon master, Celeste Konowich.
I'm Joe. I have been Gob, your North Battle Master.
I'm Sage, and I'm currently looking for our entrance name so I can send them a message in Twitch.
Yay, admin.
Right. Admin stuff, go.
Go gadget admin. But I am Sage, and I have been your your centaur druid Inga Selenin.
And I've been playing Veronica Carnell, your changeling warlock mom figure. Clearly.
Yeah, moms were fighting this episode.
Moms were fight. I hate when moms fight.
Moms fight episode. Oh man. Yeah, well, we really appreciate you all being here, especially while we are still on break from between main campaigns. But that's going to be starting up basically around the corner, mid-July. We're going to be back with campaign 2, so you can catch us every week starting mid-July as we wrap up this campaign, continuing to do that on alternate Wednesdays, and then main campaign 2, which will be very, very exciting. But in the meantime, please do make sure to follow us everywhere on social media at Venture Maidens. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, all the things. If you want to hang out with us, we have a really freaking awesome Discord community that's full of really rad, cool people who love D&D and cats and cooking and all kinds of great stuff. So you should hop in there if you ever feel lonely and you miss us. Also, you can donate to us on Patreon if you like what you see and listen here. You can get tons of episodes of stuff, including Sage's The Rising Hunger campaign. It's all in audio form on the Patreon, as well as our Descent into Avernus playthrough. A lot of good stuff. Katie does sometimes really sexy coloring book pages that you can get. Really sexy coloring book pages. So check out Patreon. Sage, you have talk about Friday.
Yeah, so at 7 p.m. this Friday, after Jen Vaughn will be doing her show on Roll20, come find us at 7 p.m. PST as we bring you episode 6 of 10 of the final season of The Rising Hunger. Oh, we have just made some deals with some deposed kings, and that is going to have some really interesting consequences in the game to come as we unfold this game over the last 4 episodes of this campaign. And oh man, yeah. It's excellent. It's Kobold Press's Empire of the Ghouls module that we have been doing an adaptation of on weekly Fridays.
Hell yes. And Joe, why don't you give the spiel about if people like your dice and all these dice giveaways you're doing, where can they go to find more and see more?
Well, I'm mostly active on Twitter. You can reach out, say hi there, or check out my website. It's RPG Dice, spelled with a Y, DYCE.com. And yeah, you can get hold of me there, see the things I've made, inquire about custom commissions. I'm happy to hear what you have to say.
Yeah. And V, did you want to talk about your super cool website?
Oh yeah. So now that moving has been a thing,
Bless.
the struggle. Come on over, check out my Twitter specifically. It's got links to Vincentorium's Wondrous Emporium. It's going to be a whole slew of new magical items, lots of stories where you can get them in both audio format or just reading them whatsoever. We've got merch. I'm currently wearing an Eldritch Sass crop top that I made. It's one of my favorite things ever. I wear it basically everywhere. But we've got bags, we've got cups. There's actually some underwear that I ordered that I was so ready for.
Hell yes.
I need
Yes.
it.
Right, just Eldritch Sass right across the ass.
Right
It's
across
great.
the butt. Yeah.
Eldritch Sass ass. Yes.
Right.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, you all are amazing. We'll see you back in 2 weeks for episode 13. Hope it's not unlucky when we fight the Wolf King.
We got it.
All right,
Got
everybody.
this.
Well, until next time,
Stay
stay frosty.
frosty.
That was good. All
That was
right.
actually really good, yeah.
Well, good night, everybody. Bye-bye.